please can you educate us on how CBD oil helps in cancer management and symptom control?
Yeah. So the story goes back to the universal famous experiment that was done by a general person who is known as Rick Simpson, right? So that's why it is known as RSO oil. It is nothing but the full spectrum cannabis oil that is extracted from the entire plant. Okay, it has very high content of cannabinoids that gives us very good results. So we all express this gratitude to Rick Simpson, and from him this took it a very big. But if you look at the history, in 1975 there was the first paper whereby the scientists identified anti-neoplastic effects of cannabis. Right, you heard right, me right. 1975, you have that paper on internet. So in 1975, they identified that cannabis can actually shrink cancers. And then entire system went behind on how it works and what it works. From 1975, fast forward into 2024, don't you think the scientist knows or they don't have enough value? They know everything. So they have the whole thing. But the thing is, it's not easily acceptable because somehow they're not been able to create the finest quality that is needed for healing cancers. Okay. Now coming back to the science. So we have endocannabinoid system, and endocannabinoid system via the endocannabinoids, that is anandamide and 2-AG, day by day keeps the cancer away. If the system is good, it keeps the cancer away. It doesn't allow the body to create a cancer. So that has to be maintained so that you can stay cancer free, right? Second thing is that look at the cancer itself. The cancer starts, there is an inflammation in that, then it multiplies faster than the normal cells. Then it goes different places whereby it generates its own blood supply. Then it generates its own food, and it has the ability to invade. And fourth, it creates a kind of poisoning inside the body in order to kill the body. So these are the common understood steps that every cancer does. So when you look at the anti-neoplastic effect of cannabis, so it is anti-inflammatory basically. So it reduces inflammation at all levels. So like in the previous lecture I have told, but I can repeat it again. It acts via endocannabinoid system. It acts via PPAR receptor. It acts via TRPV1 receptor, and it also acts via P53. It upregulates the P53. And with all these pathways, it can, though we don't have the finest product still in the world, but still it can give relief in all the symptoms of cancer. And come to the scientific perspective, the government authorities has agreed that cannabis can be used for CINV, that is chemotherapy-induced nausea, vomiting, and neuropathic pain. You heard me right. It can be used for that. And they're at experimentation level. They have tried and tested if CBD can be used along with the normal chemotherapy, so that the chemotherapy doses can be less, the side effects can be less, and the good effects can be more. I think more studies will start coming out in 2025 onwards, and we are very optimistic with that. Now coming back to what we are seeing here in our practice. So the moment you are diagnosed, you see your oncologist, he'll prescribe all the tests, you go through that. In the meanwhile, you should not get scared. Should reach out to any of the health coach or any of the doctors who practice integrative medicine, and they will suggest that along with the normal therapies, you can start some small things. You can repair your diet, you can repair your lifestyle, then you can include CBD oil. So CBD oil will create an environment where the inflammation will be low and the chemotherapy will work better. So that's how. So we've seen that if we start CBD oil, it avoids the side effects of chemo like nausea, vomiting, even hair loss. The hair loss still occurs, but it's quite reduced. Then the neuropathic pains can be stopped. The gut issues that comes because of chemotherapy can be reduced, and also the general body pain, which is seen in cancer, can also be reduced. So this is what we start with. And then as you continue chemotherapy along with the CBD oil, then you see beautiful effects whereby you can have an optimistic outlook by healing yourself out of cancer.